Good morning everyone. Well students, chapter number 18, Bills of Exchange. This we have started in our previous class. Well, I have given two small videos of this chapter. There we have discussed the theory part of this. We have discussed about its definition, the parties to the bill of exchange, what is promissory note, what are the differences between bills of exchange and promissory notes. So all these topics we have discussed. Well, today we will proceed with a new topic, and that is your date of maturity and grace period. Well students, we have discussed about drawer and drawee in the previous classes. So drawer and drawee. Who is the drawer? Drawer is a person who sells the goods, okay, who write a bill and present it to the drawee for the acceptance. So we can say drawer is a seller, and another thing we can say that this is a BR party, okay, and drawee is a acceptor and is a purchaser also, okay, and most importantly this is BP wali party. We call it BR wali party and BP wali party. It's easy to understand, right? So seller, drawer is a BR wali party, okay, drawee, acceptor and purchaser is BP wali party. Alright. Well, the next important point is your date of maturity. We have discussed date of maturity, and when it falls, then 3 days grace period we add. How this works, we are going to learn in this video. Suppose 1st January is the date when that has been drawn by the seller and has been accepted by the purchaser, okay, and they have accepted it for 2 months, okay. So when this becomes due, 1st January, just count 2 months, 1st January, say 1st February and 1st March. So on 1st March we complete these 2 months plus 3 days grace period. Alright. So what date is there? That is 4th March. Alright students, have you understood? So normally this works like this. The date of acceptance of the bill is given. You just count the months which are given plus 3 days grace period. You have to add in that, okay, and then you will find the due date, right? Certain important points are there, the special points you can say, which you have to take care. The first one is, if it is your public holiday, the due date when it is falling due, and on that date there is a public holiday or gazetted holiday. So that was well known by you that this day will be the holiday. So your due date falls 1 day before. So in that situation, what will be your due date? 1 day before. For example, suppose your due date after adding 3 days grace period, I'm talking, that falls on 26th January. And everyone knows that 26th January is your holiday. So the due date will be 1 day before, that will be 25th January. Okay. Same thing, like suppose your due date falls on 15th August, and we know that that day there will be holiday. So 1 day before, that's 14th August will be the due date. Understood that? Because these things are known by us. Alright. And on the other hand, if the holiday is, emergency holiday has been declared and we don't know, suppose the due date is 7th of the August, but on 7th of the August any national leader expires or the nation declares a holiday, okay. So on 7th August your due date was there, the due date of your bill of exchange was there. So in this situation the due date will be the next working day, okay. So this is very important point students. While going through the question, you should keep in your mind when you calculate the due date, so that should be very clear in your mind, where we are focusing on the dates. So your question will be wrong and you will lose the marks if you calculate this wrong, okay. So understood that emergency holiday one day after the due date, and if it is gazetted holiday, public holiday, then 1 day before the due date. Well, certain other points are also there. Well, it's page number 18.5, the last line you can see. If a bill falls due in those months in which there is no corresponding date, then what happens? Like 29th, 30th and 31st. We know that, one alternate, the countings are there. In one month we have 30th and another 31. 30th and 31, this date, the days are there in all the months, okay? So the month where you don't have that corresponding date, then what to do? There we just take it as completed the year. Let's take example, you'll understand better. Well, the dates are 29th, 30th and 31st, So its maturity date will be the last day of such month. For example, if the bill has been drawn on 30th January for 1 month, okay? So this I'm taking 30th January for 1 month. So what will be the due date, okay? Students, 30th January, and if we count 1 month, so that should be 30th February, okay? But do we have 30 days in the February? We don't have, okay? And year is not given, so if the year is there, so we have to calculate either this is the leap year or no. If it is leap year, then 29th February will be the end of the month, and if it is the normal year, then 28th February will be the end of the month, okay? So in this situation, 30th January, right? So no 30th February, so we take it normal year, and 28th February, here we complete the month plus 3 days grace period, right? So 3 days of what? That is of the next month, and that's of February. So in this situation, 3rd March, not February. The next month is March. So 3rd March will be the due date. Either this is a leap year or it is not leap year, doesn't matter. Your due date will be 3rd March. Is that clear? Okay. Well, in the same way, suppose we have bill drawn on 30th May or 31st May. Okay. So this becomes due on, let us see, it's 30th May, right? It's for 1 month, okay? 30th May. What comes after May? We have a June, okay? So we have 30th June, no problem. Here we have completed 1 month, right? Plus 3 days grace period. June has been completed here, then 3 days of the next one, that's July. So 3rd July will be the due date, alright? Now, if I make it 31st May, then also it doesn't matter, because 31st May month में कितने days होते हैं? 31st, 31. So they have drawn it on 31st May, and here the month completes. The next month is June, and we don't have 31 days in the June. So month completes on 30th June. So here we have taken 30th June is the end of the month, and 3 days grace period we have added. So your due date becomes on 3rd July. Have you understood that? Right, students? So here we have a question. One illustration is given, and you can understand better according to this. So let's take this illustration. Well, here the due date is 1st January. I'm taking only a few one. 1st January 2017, and the time period is 2 months. Okay. So what is the due date? 1st January 2017, 2 months. When the 2 months completes, 1st January, say 1st February and 1st March. 1st March plus 3 days grace period. What comes? 4th March. Alright. So the due date is 4th March. Now next and important one is your 28th January. As we have taken example just before. 28th January, and it is for 1 month. Right? So 28th January, here the month completes on February. 28th February, the end of the month, right? And end of the month, then 3 days grace period of the next one. So this will be done on 3rd March. Okay. I hope you understood that. So this way we will be doing this illustration. And illustration number 2, it's teaching you something different, so that's very important to see. Here in this illustration we have the months given, so there is no problem. Okay, months दे रखे हैं, we know how to calculate, but sometime we get days, then we have to count the days and then we have to calculate the due date. Okay, so calculate the due date of the bills in the following cases. Well, they have given 23rd November, 23rd November, and the year is 2016, and it's for 2 months. So this is normal, there is no problem. 23rd November के बाद December and January. Okay, 23rd November, so 23rd December and 23rd January comes. All right, fine. Then we have to add 3 days grace period. 3 days I have added. So what comes? That is 26th January. All right. And we know that this is our gazetted holiday. National holiday is there. The national holiday, then what to do? One day after or before? In emergencies, one day after the due date, and the gazetted holidays and national holiday one day before. So 25th January will be the due date. Okay. So let's talk about the days now. Well, 13 July 2016. 13th July 2016, and they have given for 30 days. Okay, it's not month, it is days. So 13th July से आपको 30 days count करने हैं. First calculate how many days are remaining in July. July, how many days are having in the July? July is containing 31 days. ठीक है, तो 13 days कंज्यूम हो गए हैं. 31 में से आपने 30 माइनस किया, so this comes 8 and this comes what? 18. So we have 18 days in the July. Okay, and remaining 12 days we will take from August, right? 12 days of the August. So this is your 30 days, and 12 August we have completed 30 days. All right, due date is what? Plus 3 days grace period. So what comes? 15 August comes the due date. Now, is that right, students? 15 August will be the due date. Now we have calculated in the proper way. We have done the calculation. I found that my due date, the due date of the bill of exchange, my bill of exchange due date is 15th August. Now the due date will be 14th August. Okay, as this is holiday, national holiday, so 14th August will be your due date. All right, students. So this way we calculate the due dates of this. Fine. Well, let's take one more. So here this will be, let's talk about the third one. 29th May. One more I'm taking. It's given 29th May for 4 months. Alright. Just count 29th May for 4 months. Here we have to calculate the months. Okay. So May is having 31 days, so no problem. May के बाद June, July, August and September, right? So 29th September. Here we have completed 4 months. Fine. Now what to do? Plus 3 days grace period what comes, and how many days are there in September? In September we have 30 days. Okay, so one day in these 3 days we will cover one day of the September and remaining 2 days of the October. So your due date falls on 2nd October. Well, students, 2nd October is what? That is Gandhi Jayanti. So will that be the due date? No. That is again your national holiday. Okay, so the due date will be 1st October. Have you understood how to calculate the due dates? Okay, so you should complete illustration 1 and 2. I hope you will understand. If you have any problem, you can ask me. Now we will talk about certain other terms which are very important in this, and this is your bill at site, bill after date, and bill after site. So what are the differences? Bill at site. See, the parties, BR and BP wali party, the drawer has drawn the bill, presented to the purchaser. He has accepted the bill, and after acceptance he has handed over to the seller. Right? जिसने draw किया था उसको दे दिया, उनके लिए BR हो जाता है. Now how this works, we have talked in the previous video. Now the person who is having BR, suppose the time period is 2 months. So 2 months plus 3 days grace period, he will take this bill to the acceptor. Right? On the due date, he will present to the acceptor and he will make the payment. This way this works. Now this one, bill at site, is not having any kind of date and all. Right? So it is presented. This depends upon the will of draw. जिसके पास BR है उसका जब भी मन करेगा वो उसको प्रेजेंट कर देगा पेमेंट के लिए, and that party acceptor has to make the payment. So this is what bill at site, कि देखते ही वो पेमेंट करेगा. Bill at site means whenever the drawer or the seller and the holder of the BR will present this BR in front of the acceptor, he has to make the payment. Okay, so I'm reading it for you. In a bill of exchange, the expression at sight and on presentation means payable on demand. जब भी आपने डिमांड किया, आपने बिल प्रेजेंट किया, दैट मीन्स ये डिमांड है और वो पेमेंट कर देंगे. If no time for payment is mentioned in the bill, it is payable on demand. Okay, कोई टाइम नहीं दे रखा. सपोज आप देखते हैं कि बिल ऑफ एक्सचेंज है, उसमें 2 महीने 3 महीने 4 महीने जो भी पीरियड दे रखा है, तो वी वर्क अकॉर्डिंगली एज वी हैव डिस्कस. बट सपोज नो डेट इज मेंशन, सो वी टेक दिस बिल एज अ बिल एट साइट. ऑलराइट, then we have bill after date. After date, that's very clear. This is the normal mechanism which we have discussed, which we have taught. Means suppose one example is there. Well, that has been A is the drawer and B is the drawer. A and B. Okay, A is a drawer and this is drawer. ये BR वाली पार्टी है and ये BP वाली पार्टी है. You should be very clear. Now he has drawn the bill on 1st January. Okay, and drawing has accepted the bill on 10th January. ठीक है? For how many months? Suppose 2 months के लिए. Okay, so 1st January से 1st February, 1st March. 1st March plus 3 days grace period, that is 4th March. Alright, so this tells that bill after date. After date means after return. So here, when the day when drawer has drawn the bill, he has returned the bill. So these 2 months will be calculated from this date. Okay, so 1st January, then first month completes on 1st February, then second month on 1st March, plus 3 days grace period, 4th March. So this is called bill after date. And next one is your bill after sight. After sight means देखने के बाद. So he has drawn on 1st January. Be attentive, students. What is the difference? He has drawn on 1st January. He has presented for acceptance, and drawee has accepted the bill on 10th January. Means इन्होंने जो signature किए हैं वो 10th January को किए हैं after 10 days. Okay. So in this case, the due date which we will be calculating, that will be starting from 10th January. So what will be the due date, students? 10th January we start counting from this place. 10th January से 10th February and 10th March. ठीक है? 10th March. Here we complete 2 months plus 3 days grace period. So 13th March will be the due date. Have you understood? So this is what? This is bill after sight. I hope you understood that. After date का मतलब we start counting from the date of drawing the bill, and after sight means we start counting the due date from acceptance. Is that clear? So that's all in this: bill at sight, bill after date, and bill after sight. Now finally we are going to start our accounting treatment, students. Well, accounting treatment, there are 4 methods, 4 options you can say with the drawer. A and B. We are talking about the normal entries, and in this class let's take the normal entries, and then in the next class we will talk about the illustrations and questions. Okay. A and B. A is the seller, so you should understand this concept very clearly. This is very easy and interesting chapter. So if you understand 1 or 2 illustrations, that means most of the chapter is done. He is a seller and B is a purchaser. Till now I hope you understood who draws a bill. A draws a bill, drawer, and he accepts the bill. Okay. He is BR wali party and this is BP wali party. Okay. And the amount of the bill was 10,000. Okay. And for 2 months was the period, and he has accepted the bill. That you can see yourself, which date is given, and you will count accordingly. Right? Here we are talking about the entries. Now you will get in a question that A and B 2 parties are there. Mr. A has sold the goods. A has sold the goods to B. ठीक है? A ने क्या किया है? Sale किया है. तो B ने क्या किया होगा? Purchase किया है. And everyone knows the entries of sale and purchase. Okay? A has sold the goods. Let's do the entry of the sale. What happens? This is not on the cash basis, students. You should be very clear. Cash basis पे होता तो ये आपको जरूरत नहीं पड़ती. There was no requirement of the bill of exchange. Bill of exchange is required where the credit transactions are there for the safety purpose. Alright. So A has sold the goods to Mr. B of 10,000 rupees. So B's account debit to sales. Okay. And then here comes, if we talk about B, B की बुक्स में अगर एंट्री करें तो इसने क्या किया है? इसने परचेज किया है. सो द एंट्री विल बी परचेज अकाउंट डेबिट टू, किससे परचेज किया है? A. Amount is 10,000. Understood? Now next one. Here the sale purchase has taken place. He has sold the goods. He didn't get the money. So he requests Mr. B, right? He accepts a bill of exchange. Then he says, see, I don't know how to write, please help me and you write that. So Mr. A draws a bill. Write karna yani ki drawing a bill. Okay. So he draws a bill and hand it over to Mr. B. There is no transaction of the writing and going there. So he accepts it now. Mr. B has accepted his writing. इन्होंने जो कुछ भी लिखा वो इन्होंने एक्सेप्ट करके वापस इनको दे दिया. तो मिस्टर ए इज रिसीविंग व्हाट? बिल्स ऑफ एक्सचेंज, यानी कि बिल्स रिसीवेबल इज गेटिंग. सो डेबिट व्हाट कम्स इन. ओके, तो व्हाट ही इज रिसीविंग, क्या आ रहा है इनके पास, बी आर आ रहा है, बी आर अकाउंट डेबिट टू, किससे आ रहा है, ए से, दिस इज बी, इससे आ रहा है बी से आ रहा है, अमाउंट क्या है 10,000, ठीक है। नाउ व्हाट एंट्री विल बी पास्ड हियर इन द बुक्स ऑफ बी, अब इनके पास बी आर आ रहा है तो यहाँ से कुछ गया है ना, कोई तो आया है यहाँ पे, ठीक है, तो क्या गया है बीपी, जो चीज गई है, डेबिट व्हाट कम्स इन एंड क्रेडिट व्हाट गोज आउट, तो हमने बीपी को क्रेडिट कर दिया, 10,000 का बीपी गया है, किसको गया है, ए को गया है, ठीक है, A's account debit 10,000, पर्सनल अकाउंट के हिसाब से just apply those rules only, okay, A is your personal account, debit the receiver, credit the giver, all right. So this was sale, this was purchase, here he has received the BR from B and here he has paid the BP to Mr. A. Now suppose in the normal question, this is your first condition which we are doing here. Normally, and suppose this was for the 2 months, due date you will be calculating and you will be writing here, and you know, after completing 2 months plus 3 days grace period, Mr. A seller who is having the BR right now, he will take this BR to this party, यहाँ पे लेके जाएंगे इनके पास, and he will ask for the payment, okay. So Mr. A will be verifying this, he will check that yes, this is accepted by me, it is my bill and I have to make the payment, okay. So ये पैसा पे करेगा और इनके पास लौट के वापस इनका बीपी आ जाएगा और ये क्या करेंगे, बीआर देंगे, देना होगा ना इनको तभी तो आएगा, ठीक है, और क्या आ जाएगा इनके पास, पैसा आ जाएगा, ओके। सो लेट्स पास द एंट्री, व्हाट इज गोइंग, यहाँ पे बीआर मिला था, अब जाएगा तो क्या करेंगे, क्रेडिट कर देंगे टू BR. BR is going and what he is receiving, cash account debit to BR. This is 10,000. 10,000 का 10,000 आ रहा है और बिल जा रहा है, ठीक है। Now the corresponding entry there, what, like you know, these are related to each other, absolutely same things are happening. इसके पास कैश आ रहा है तो कहाँ से आ रहा है, बी से आ रहा है, इसने रिसीव किया है तो उसने पे किया है, यहाँ से BR जा रहा है तो ये रिसीव कर रहा है, क्या रिसीव कर रहा है, BP. So here he is receiving BP, bills payable account debit to cash. This is 10,000. Alright students, this marker is not working well today. So this way we have completed this, okay. So this is the normal question. Well, I was supposed to tell you this tomorrow, but I have taken it like this. Students, we have 4 methods, 4 conditions are there in fact. The first condition, where your bill, right, bill is kept by the party itself, means seller. Seller keeps the bill with him only. And the second condition, where he gives it to the bank, that please collect the amount on this. And third condition, when he endorses this bill to somebody else, third party को endorse कर देता है. And the fourth one, the party, the seller, keeps the bill with him only, but hand it over to the bank that please collect it on my, second one was discounting, second condition was discounting from the bank, कि बैंक से वो immediately पैसा ले लेता है कुछ discount amount देके. And fourth condition is that he gives it for the collection, कि मेरे behalf पे ये collect करके दे दो. Alright, so these 4 conditions are there. First one, keeps with him only. Second, get it discounted from the bank. Third one, he endorses it to the third party. The fourth one, he gives to the bank for collection. So it's detailed discussion we will be doing in the second class, otherwise this will be very lengthy, right? So in fact your practicals will start from the next class. Okay, so do all the illustrations and back questions related to your due dates, because in further questions we don't have the questions of the due date. So practice well, okay, and do all the concept questions, learn your theory part properly, okay, and rest of the things we will be discussing later. Thank you.